will not be the focal point for Izako Boars. It's going to be an early engagement in this squeaky position. Stomp, that's an opening. Bialy doubles down. And, well, I think my prediction's about to go out the window here, Josh. Because the Entropiq left in a 3-on-5 with no kit. They've got to try and get down vents onto this site, kill all 5 members, and defuse. Looking pretty unlikely. Especially with Bialy holding for this engagement, there'll be a flanker TOAO. He does eventually fall. I don't know what killed him there, but he falls eventually. And for Bialy, over on double doors, shows his position to NickelBack, who is going to get ready to peek into him with NickelBack dueling onto Hyper. Now for Bialy, he actually needs to make sure that Bomb is uncontested. Stop for the first. Pressure onto Destroy means he falls with Bialy trading. Left is the 1v2. Bialy doubles down for Izako Boars.
Yeah, he was over. That was it. And then I don't think he's been with anyone since that.
He had that mixed team. I can't remember what the lineup was. Yeah, it was this mixed team with Exus and Luz.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it was like Still Dunno or something like that.
Oh, that was the one. Yep.
Yeah, and then after that he's here.
Oh, cool. Well, it's nice to see him in a roster again and under a brand. And there you go. Entropiq actually picking. Could be a ticket for them to try and get down secret. But Elian is there, ready and waiting with that AWP for anyone who wants to cross to red. It's TOAO instead.
Picks up, sees them all there, doesn't actually shoot though. Instead, he's baiting them into NickelBack. He's there for the first. Krad destroyed. And now for Stomp. A nice trade into 3-on-2. Man advantage for the Izako Boars. And as Krad goes to outside here, TOAO, kill would have made the round for them, but as he falls, Entropiq still bare teeth. Forrester playing passive now, watching Heaven shows this is a masterful read by Entropiq now, knowing full well that Izako Boars could hit this A site, and as they do so, Hyper takes a lot of damage in the process. Forrester go for one, Hyper to trade. Hyper in the 1v1 with Krad. Timing favors Krad here. Jumps to the other side of this position. Hyper falls, and Entropiq, they make it 4 with a some really good game stage. You know what our next game is?
Go on.
After this. So this game's pretty good. Our next game is Young Ninja's Fiend for death, and for Izako Boars, as they go into main, NickelBack to full, might show that actually this could be the opening of Squeaky. So Entropiq playing the audio cue there. As TOAO throws the one way for him to get out, Krad falls in Squeaky, meaning Forrester has to go absolutely huge here, but it doesn't matter. TOAO shuts him down, lacking the last left standing. In a 1 versus 5, what can he hope to do here?
I've just realized something. Isn't Hyper the coach?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Is he just... Mono's not here. What's going on? It's just, it isn't the Izako Boars roster at all. I am crazy
I don't know what percentage of this...
Kind of here and there. He's never really played at this level before. Generally standing in and things like that. So, yeah, it's a weird one. This is a really weird one. And I think that probably sways the odds even further as well. Like, if this was supposed to be...
Yeah, Forrester. It's with his engagement. So he's the first player. Oh, that's quick. So he's the first player, Squeaky, able to shut down Bialy. Well, Hyper traces in a 1v3 now when Krad just swings out and kills him. Entropiq, they make...
Yeah, they are timing themselves out a little bit here, and Entropiq realize it and rotate a man back down to B. That's lucky. But with NickelBack falling out, it's still miles away. There's 20 seconds left, Kramer. And they need to get onto this site. They burst into A. TOAO finds the first. Hyper following up. And there we go. The A site, it's open, and this C4, it will go down.
They've run the clock down pretty significantly, but it's paid off in this endeavor.
And it gets funky, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. At least they hold on to these weapons. There's a bit of a hunt by Izako Boars, but having not seen anyone, they don't risk overextending, understandably so. So, room means that NickelBack actually rolling the dice and going aggressive here. Peeks into them, punished by Destroy. Elliot also caught out by Destroy there with his seconds. Now Naki has to go huge as these mollies are deployed. He dives into control. Timing doesn't favor him as Destroy delivers his Izako Boars. They're 4th now. And for Entropiq, this is where things get very dicey. That's
great. This is a good scoreline so far. It seems like your prediction, Kramer. I'm going to keep bashing it because it was terrible. Izako Boars look hungry.
They do. Krad is the man to worry about here. He sees that first member, but Bialy, that is lightning fast. He shuts him down. Elian, while he does trade, means Forrester's called into action now on this site, but with Elian holding vents now, that's the second of the round, and as he dances around this position, he knows full well Izako Boars have got to try and flank him, but as TOAO takes his sweet time going into secret, NickelBack shuts him down. He's awaiting that engagement. And now for Forrester, Hyper is trying to fight for a bit of map control. Forrester just stops him.
Bialy's brilliant opening. Didn't really see much else. Nice flick up from Stomp, but it doesn't connect. And Lackey just too cool buying again if they need to. Lackey, super aggressive here outside. It's just not expected at all. I love that.
TOAO just deleted by that. Entropiq, that's a perfect opening for them. And at 7-5, Izako Boars in a position now where they've got to try and... say try and trade. And well, there's something a lightning fast Stomp. He is able to deliver. Now Izako Boars with equal pegging are going to try and get onto this speed site. Forrester, everyone here is just hitting their shots, Josh. This is actually ridiculous now. Stomp, he knows full well they could get to this backside position, and while Molly keeps them at arm's length, NickelBack and Destroy exchange blows in which Forrester gets the bomb. Stomp left in a 1v3 with this AWP, and considering the limited money on Izako Boars, saving really isn't out of the question here.
A 2 versus 1, though. If I was Stomp, I'd be going for this. The issue is that Lackey's coming in from above, and Stomp's just not ready for it. Clean execution, 8 rounds on them to try and put themselves back into this. As TOAO starts to walk his way around, he's not expecting NickelBack over in deep garage, and Krad's there to find the kill anyway. Great man advantage here for Entropiq.
Forrester with a trade, though. It goes into this 3-on-3 now, and as those mollies go lobbed up into heaven, Nade lands right on the feet of the members of Entropiq now, and as it falls into a 3-on-3, Entropiq have got to try and get out to heaven, but Destroy's position is just so tough for them. There he shows himself with a trade from Lackey, doubles down onto Ellie, and they're leaving Lackey in the 1 versus 2. Missed shot for him means he has to try and get out from Hut, but as he does so, Hyper brings death from above.
First time deposit bonus.
Well, with this engagement once again happening on A, Destroy, he's good for the first. Double down from Lackey there, shuts him out, and with a back and forth, Entropiq left into a 3-on-3 now. Hyper having to lead this charge, and as he tries to tap him down, as Util goes out though. Hyper good for a first, Krad to trade, Stomp to finish, and well, for Lackey, in the 1 versus 2, he hears that bomb tapped once. He has to try and risk fighting them. Sees there aren't any cables attached to that bomb, meaning he does have a chance. But for TOAO's flank, that definitely makes it far-fetched. As Izako Boars take the pistol round, they make it 7 now, as suddenly things look rough for Entropiq.
It starts to get close, and honestly, I'd be interested to see how those odds shape up now that Izako Boars have actually sure on whether they try and make it an esports title at all, and they incorporate any kind of game modes to accommodate that. And yep, that's just something that Battlefield have never...
Very quiet around this map. Having seen Lackey fall, they don't want to risk foregoing 2 men, and with the flashbang, Forrest is able to deliver with the first member. He drops into vents, actually, giving him a bit of a flank, and actually all of them go to vents now. This beast site is about to be under a lot of pressure, but in the nick of time, TOAO is able to get into cubbyhole, meaning Forrester clearing this position is going to be a tall order, as he's good for the 1. He drops that smoke, but not before he meets his maker. Finished off by Forrester, leaves us at a 3-on-3. But that bomb still hasn't been planted. Forrester almost daring someone to peek from ramp, but Izako Boars won't oblige him until this bomb has been planted. And as Krad goes with a forwarded angle, Entropiq prepare for this defense. And for a 3-man commitment on ramp, Elian should see this pretty quickly, but not before he too falls. The Stomp leads this charge. First member spotted. Tag damage on to Bialy. He falls. Hyper trades. 2-on-2. Elian for another now. 1v1 with Hyper. Both members are very low on HP. What a shot from Elian to end it, though. And for Destroy, he sees him coming. Hangs up Forrest up. Has to try and follow up with an engagement, though. He's good for 1. No trade yet, though. Means TOAO's MP9 can swing out. And actually, it's working. Now, here's the thing.
Really difficult for the Izako Boars as well, and I really feel like they've drawn the short straw a little bit when it comes to the groups, just because this group's so stacked. I've talked
about only 1 player left, no money.
Well, Destroy, big opening headshot there.
TOAO on the jump spot sees him coming as a smoke ready, and with 20 seconds left, Entropiq are not in a pretty spot. Stomp keeps the ramp flank out of the question. TOAO, while he is slowly swarmed, eventually he's killed. There's still, that nade is going to do so much to them. Look at the nade. The follow-up molly makes their lives almost hell. Good for 1, makes Big AK good for the second. Lackey left in a 1 versus 4, and while he's good for 2, he peeks out. Stomp finishes the job, but for Stomp, that utility usage was just perfect.
Yeah, actually just won them the round. That was amazing from Stomp. Entropiq, I thought they'd have a good chance there after they tagged down, maintain this lead. If they lose it, the scoreline will tie up. That's where things really will start to get interesting. utility deployed towards A.
Util to just back off. And Entropiq, as you mentioned, man advantage. This is a position they're all too familiar with. You know, usually we have been seeing Izako Boars get a man advantage. And with Destroy, 2 quick kills puts it even once again. Now with the remaining members having to be left into make that a 1v3 for TOAO. Flash into heaven should deter him from peeking to a ground ambitiously, but he does so anyway. With Krad falling with the bomb all the way in T-spawn, NickelBack does have time to play with. TOAO peeking into lockup, might even be able to see the rotating team member. That he does now. Suddenly, this is very... He's got to be scared of that. He punched in those numbers. TOAO has to rotate back to heaven, but in the process, will he be heard? So far, it makes it noise on that ladder. Yes, he will be. And NickelBack, he knows he's coming now. However, that molly, it's time to perfection. Here's that flash to get him out. It's just perfect for NickelBack.
Moving forward if needs be. Underway here in the 25th, a must-win round for the Izako Boars. They've got all the tools to work with, and they've got Stomp hitting early shots. Great man advantage, followed up by TOAO. And
proven himself to be pretty damn scary on this angle, especially with TOAO. Pixel angle shuts down Krad. 5
time left on the clock to really justify it. They'd certainly be hunted if they tried to. Izako Boars haven't got a huge amount of money behind them, though, so maybe they wouldn't. Maybe they'd just leave them be.
Another follow-up. For Izako Boars, 11's great. Look how many players left.
There's only a few seconds left on this clock to make their move. It does actually lead to mistakes. Retreat off of ramp as well. That gives them control, but Hyper's in a very strong angle.
Well, he's in the one and done, but he makes it 2 before he's finished there, and that's all he has to do. He mitigates the man advantage. TOAO, he then cements man advantage in the other direction. Entropiq, so it means that at least double door will be clear for the time being. As that bomb goes down, Stomp, he's finished off by Forrester now. 2-on-2, flank from ramp means that Bialy, having dinked down Lackey, leaves him into a very uncomfortable position in which he's swarmed from all angles. As Izako Boars hit 12. This is... I don't know which way this swings, Josh. Honestly.
Izako Boars are just playing really good Counter-Strike as well. TOAO there, whilst his molly was potentially a little bit questionable, you see his movement. There's a deagle, 2 Galils, an AK, and a MAC-10 to work with. And we will see the scoreline more than likely tie up. Great opening shot from Stomp right through the smoke. That's unreal.
It's looking tough now for Entropiq. Hyper. But this is a position that Izako Boars, they use it a lot. And as Hyper peeks out, there you go. Anyone was expecting him in the base setup, but he got the kill anyway. Now Lackey, I mean, the kill's great, but he needs to find something to recover. And as the members of Izako Boars have slowly picked off, actually, by Forrester, it looks a bit better for them, but Forrester making noise events will be finished off by TOAO, leaving Lackey in a 1v3. He has a semi-decent position where he can try and isolate the 1v1 with a player in single door, but unfortunately, timing does not favour him. He has to hope for a quick engagement from double door, but in the process, Bialy, having seen him, will finish the job, delivering Izako Boars their 13th. And while it's close, they've got a kit, making it doable.
And their retakes seem to be pretty strong here towards...
Fast outside control from Lackey, actually, as he dives straight into Hearts. Unseen in the process, gets that first kill, Destroy to full. Bialy shows himself, NickelBack's trade means Destroy, center sight is in a lot of trouble. And with that, the site just collapses. Entropiq, as cold, the faster play, it seems...
Game from the Izako Boars, they've really exceeded expectations. Oh, that's rough, though. Nice headshot from NickelBack.
Great opening, and for Stomp.
Tool and Entropiq. They did a very good job at just waiting out those nades. Forrester, big opener. Bialy's there.
Yeah, that have Hyper leave is definitely a tough one. Lackey, that kill to TOAO, though, that is Ayers. And as Lackey gets ready to delve into vents, Bialy needs to go huge. And while NickelBack falls, huge means more than one. He swings out, he's traded, making that 3-on-2, and with Hyper center sight, a player who's had a relatively quiet game, the coach of Izako Boars, well, he better be putting on his running shoes because he needs to trade or needs to swap sites once again. Missed shot by Stomp, and that may be the game-losing shot as Hyper and a 1v3 with just an MP9 makes noise as he drops into vents, swings out, clean kill onto Krad, leaves him into the 1v2 with only 39 HP to his name, and with only a single flash which has just been expended. He's got to try and find an opening, but with the off-angle of Elliot, the tag damage is there, and it's just insurmountable. With that, Entropiq, they're off.